In the past, we're usually out visiting shops, but this time I don't have to. At SEMA 2024 this year, my next visit is already here. Hey, let's go find out what our friend Darren at National Calibration is doing that makes him so successful in his business right now. So thanks for joining us today, Darren. So tell me a little bit about what we got going on here today. Tell me a little bit about you and your company.
Absolutely, Joe. I'm Darren Sodoski from National Calibration. I also represent Pro Mobile Scan and ADAS targeting solutions. So we're a little bit unique in the way that we got our start with Autel and how we've transitioned to where we are now. So we started as a diagnostic, programming, and ADAS calibration business using Autel tooling.
Okay.
And so we really focused on dealership clientele. So there's a dealer group in North Carolina that we made a partnership with, and we started going into all of their dealership body shops and collision centers and performing those services for them. We were
How many guys did you start with?
You know, I was actually one of the first employees that got hired.
Okay.
So we started with a ragtag group of about 2 or 3 guys, and now we've scaled to almost 30 employees.
Wow. So you are a mobile ADAS provider.
Well, we're both, right?
Okay, both.
So one of the things that we did with our business is we started static. So we started back when Autel released their first frame, the old 600 frame, red base, silver crossbar, and that was great, right? It was the easiest one out on the market, and that's what we got started with. And we found a lot of success with that. The scan tools that go along with it worked very well for us. And so what we found was certain calibrations, like Toyota front radars or blind spots or Mazda front radars, Hondas, those use a really tiny little corner reflector, and we could take those mobile with us. And so we started finding shops that had enough space in them that was level and had enough clear space for us to utilize, and we started doing some of those mobile. And we found a lot of success with that because something simple like a little Toyota front radar or Honda front radar, then instead of having to porter a car off-site and then back on-site, saved us a lot of time and logistics that we didn't have to deal with. So that's how we sort of started in the mobile space, and now that's starting to evolve with the new frames that are coming out.
Yeah, so you obviously moved up from the 600 and now you have the 700. Why was this a good option for you guys?
You know, there's a lot of really good things about the 700 frame. You know, the mobile capacity of this frame is light years ahead of what the MA600 brought us. It was a really good start into that space, but this is like a night and day difference between what the MA600 can do. One of my favorite things about this frame is the camera setup that it has on it. So what that allows you to do at a shop level is not only can you read 4-wheel alignments out on vehicles to verify they're within specification for the calibration, but then you can also take that and use it for the guided ADAS setup. So that way, even if you have a frame, we know already on the IA900 frames that are available and the IA800 frames that you have camera-based setup, which is great. And you also have 4-wheel alignment check on those. And one of the best features Autel has released is the guided ADAS setup. So that allows you, even if they don't have the parameters yet, you can take their tooling and set it up to the factory specifications and calibrate that vehicle, which has been a phenomenal move for us to be able to make.
And the other thing that's great about it, you can disassemble this, right? But
Absolutely.
you've got another solution too to get these in and out of the van.
Absolutely. So we're very proud to debut our 360 ADAS van at the show this year. And what we did was we took the IA700, which speaks for itself. It's a fantastic mobile solution, and we give our customers 2 options. And one of those is the lift you mentioned. So just like the MA600, you can disassemble this into 5 different pieces and load it into the van. And what we found for some of our customers is that it was a little bit more efficient for them if they had a lift option. So we engineered a lift that allows you to keep the frame assembled, except for the crossbar extensions here on the end, and you lift the whole thing up into the van in about 30 seconds.
I love that. One thing I definitely want to ask you, in the world of ADAS and training, how important is it to you and to others that they understand what they're doing?
I think that's the most vital part of it. I think that when you're dealing with systems that are so precise and that have people's lives behind them, you have no option but to do it to the most accurate and precise level that you can.
And I think Autel's got your back on that, considering this is one of the best mobile ones that's got the camera optimization. And
Absolutely, and one of the other
need
advantages that Autel has is that you can do the floor compensation. So let's say you have enough area, and maybe the pitch of the floor is just maybe 1 or 2 degrees out, but man,
Yeah.
you've got a 40 by 60 space, and it's really good except for maybe just a little part of the concrete that's not quite right. This you can actually take and put 4 wheel clamps on the vehicle, and not only can you read the wheel alignment out of that, but it can also compensate to ensure that you're virtually on a completely flat level plane that you're calibrating to.
And that's important.
It
as
is,
well.
it's critical.
It really is. The van setup is great. I really do appreciate it. If people want to know more about you and how to get in touch with you, what do they do?
Sure. Our website is nationalcds.com. My phone number and the business phone number is 336-829-8785. And you can always drop us a line at sales@nationalcds.com.
Well, Darren, thanks for taking the time to talk to us today and explain how Autel has helped your business grow and succeed into what it is today. It's been a great time. So
Thanks, Joe. I appreciate
thank you.
it.
We'll see you guys. Thanks.